Hello there, boxing fans around the world. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight for another episode of Boxing News Today, courtesy of our friends across the pond at boxing247.com. And let me start you off with a short story from the weekend, a result coming out of the Paramount Theater in Huntington, USA. It's in California. A sold-out Paramount was draped in Ukrainian flags from the rafters to ringside as a prideful Oleh, Ukraine Pitbull Dovhun, now 14-0 with 5 knockouts, made his first defense of his NABA super bantamweight title against gritty Belgian bruiser Jerome Oleh in an absolutely grueling 10-round main event. Dovhun garnered the energy of his throngs of Ukraine supporters, starting fast and strong, dictating the action. His impressive work rate continued through the first 3 rounds when a clash of heads caused a cut above his left brow. The 4th round saw the fight turn into a grueling, bloody battle of wills. Dovhun's work rate continued to impress, but Oleh was finding home for his left hook. In the 6th round, Oleh buzzed Dovhun with a hard left, but Dovhun returned fire with 8-punch combination. Oleh, now 7-3 with 6 knockouts of his own, came on strong in the back half of the battle, but it proved to be too little too late as Dovhun, maintaining an extraordinary work rate, defended his title and took home a split decision by scores of 96-94 for Dovhun, 97-93 for Oleh, and 97-93 for Dovhun. Sounds like a pretty good fight to watch indeed. Anyway, elsewhere on that card, we saw in an 8-round co-feature, Tyrone Pretty Boy James, who's now 12-0, 9 knockouts, returned to the Paramount after nearly 3 years out of the ring caused by COVID and Tommy John surgery to his elbow due to a torn ACL. His opponent was James Jimmy Quiet Storm Williams, who's now 18-7-2 with 6 knockouts for the vacant ABO North American Super Welterweight title. Williams, fresh off his upset over former world champ Yuri Foreman, controlled the pace early, forcing James to fight off his back foot. In the 2nd round, a James counter right impressed the crowd enough, though Williams continued to press the action. James appeared to be shaking off the ring rust while working off the back foot and began to find his timing. Midway through the 4th round, James landed a picture-perfect counter right over a lingering jab of Williams, blasting Williams into the ropes. Williams was hurt, and James unleashed in the corner, throwing power punches with blazing speed and accuracy in an impressive onslaught. The barrage of punches forced the referee to stop the fight as a wobbling Williams tried to stay upright on very shaky legs. With the TKO victory, James was crowned the new ABO North American champion. Let's not forget about Wendy Haitian Fire Toussaint, who's now 13-1 with 6 knockouts, who wasted no time getting back in his winning ways, eating up Travis Gambardella, who's now 7-2-2 with 3 knockouts. Toussaint landed a hard right midway through the 1st round and then unleashed a vicious 7-punch combination while tracking Gambardella into the rope before landing a final blow, caused the referee to step in and stop the action. Elsewhere, Cameron Humphrey out of Brooklyn bested Luis Maeta with a technical knockout in a scheduled 4-round bout. And Isaiah Flaherty, who's now 3-0 with 2 knockouts, beat Angelo Thompson. Fantastic stuff. Unanimous decision in a fan-friendly, apparently entertaining scrap. Good stuff. And that was all courtesy of Star Boxing CEO Gio DeGuardia. He said, the fans came out early, stayed late for another exciting rockin' fight at the Paramount. I was humbled and impressed with all the Ukrainian flags and their fans. Their unity in traveling to support Oleh Dovhun in his grueling and gutsy title fight defense was truly inspiring. I'm sure it was indeed. Okay, elsewhere, let's have a look here. WBC silver champion and number ranked super lightweight Jose Zepeda, who's 36-2 with 28 knockouts, overwhelmed, utterly overmatched Francisco Verdugo Perez, 18-13-1 in round 2 at the Jose Neri Santos gym in Ciudad Juarez. That's in Chihuahua, Mexico. That took place on the weekend. The fight didn't last as long as the Razmanaz introduction surrounding it. Chon went into attack and Verdugo retreated, throwing next to no leather. A right and a left cracked his torso, and then a right southpaw jab snapped his head back. In round two, a flurry of punches put down a worried Verdugo. He warily got up, was clipped, went to one knee, got up, was dropped again when referee Oscar Corona waved off the one-way drubbing at 1 minute and 2 seconds. Wow. Split Team Management are happy to report that two of their fighters came home with 2 wins on Saturday night, as well as junior welterweight John Boaza and junior lightweight Dallas Kalipu remained undefeated with wins in New York and Los Angeles, respectively. At the Hulu Theater at Madison Square Garden, John Boaza remained undefeated with an 8-round unanimous decision over Tony Luis in a junior welterweight bout. Boaza boxed well and controlled the fight with his quicker hands and a variety of punches. Boaza is promoted by Top Rank, and Luis, who's 140 pounds, is fighting out of Cornwall, Ontario, Canada, and he's now 29-5. Their other fighter they mentioned, and they'd like us to mention, fought at the Galen Center in Los Angeles, and that's Dallas Kalipu. And he stopped Manuel Lara in the 4th and final round of their lightweight bout. In round 1, Kalipu dropped Lara with a right shot to the head. Later in the round, Lara went down from a body shot. In round 4, it was a 3-punch combo to the head that dropped Lara to his knees, and the bout was stopped at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Kalipu, who's out of Hawaii, is 2-0 with 2 knockouts, and Lara, out of Mexico, is now 2-8. Kalipu, by the way, is promoted by Golden Boy Promotions out of California. Speaking of Mexico, compatriots Mario Alberto Ramirez and Jesus Lugo Garcia will square off for the vacant World Boxing Federation International Super Featherweight title on April 16th in Mexico. The fight will headline a card at the Gimnasio Oscar Tigre Garcia in Baja California, promoted by Boritsteca Boxing. Alguaro Ramirez, fighting out of Baja California, has gone undefeated since losing his professional debut in 2016 and brings a stellar 15-1-2 record with 4 knockouts into the ring. Lugo Garcia, who's 26 years old from Tijuana, entered the paid ranks in 2017 and is likely to be the harder puncher at 8-3, having won his last 4 outings. Both will be entering their first professional championship bout and will see it as a big opportunity to take their careers to the next level. Boxer, for all you UK boxing fans, today announced the names of their 8 British lightweights who will enter their Boxer Series Coventry at the Coventry Sky Dome on Saturday, April 16th. And that will be airing live and exclusively on Sky Sports over there. The one night 8-man tournament is one of the toughest tests in professional boxing, and alongside significant prize money, opens up a major new career opportunity for successful participants. The Boxer Series tournaments utilize a short-form boxing format, 3x3 minute rounds, creating a fast-paced, explosive contest as boxers seek to score definitive wins and guarantee their passage to the next stage of the tournament. Events are planned for every major city in the UK as part of boxers' commitment to grassroots boxing in Britain, with Boxer Series events offering boxers across the country as a chance to showcase their skills on the sport's biggest platform. So, I'll just name off some names for you UK fans looking to catch up on your up-and-comers. Dylan Chima, 2-0 out of Coventry. John Gibbs, 7-0 out of Birmingham. Joe Underwood Hughes, 7-0 out of Beeston. Scott Melvin, 4-0 out of Chelmsford Wood. Otis Lookham, 1-0 out of Nottingham. Brooklyn Tilley, 2-0 out of Raynham. Ryland Charlton, 6-2-1 out of Norwich. And Sean Cooper, 12-3 out of Willenhall. The Boxer Series launched in November with an event in Liverpool. Tournament winner Corey Gibbs emerged with his undefeated record intact, his largest ever professional purse, and a long-term promotional agreement with Boxer and Sky Sports. So that's succeeding at promoting those up-and-comers at the grassroots level. Congratulations to Boxer. Elsewhere around the world, coming out is via the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas on May 7th. Montana Love and Gabriel Valenzuela will clash in a mouth-watering super lightweight battle on the undercard of the Canelo Alvarez versus Dimitri Bivol fight. As I said, taking place at the T-Mobile Arena on May 7th. That'll be shown live on DAZN, excluding Latin America and Mexico. Love, who's 17-0-1 with 9 knockouts, will fight under the Matchroom banner for the second time and on back-to-back Las Vegas fights, having dispatched Carlos Diaz inside 3 rounds at the MGM Grand Garden Arena in December. The Cleveland man is ranked number 12 with the IBF and will look to crash into the top 10 in style on the strip, but will need to be on his A game against Valenzuela, who's 25-2-1 with 15 knockouts of his own. The Mexican crashed in the top 10 with a road win over Robbie Davies Jr. in London last February and has recorded a pair of knockout wins in his homeland since that night. The May 7th showdown is a huge opportunity for him to sparkle in the spotlight alongside his countryman Canelo in a fight association with Class Y Talento and Canelo Promotions. Elsewhere, Filip Hrgovic, who's 14-0, 12-0, sits number 3 in the IBF rankings, and the giant Croatian has been hunting a dance partner for a showdown to name the mandatory challenger for the title held by Alexander Usyk. The 29-year-old Olympic bronze medalist has cut a lethal swath through the pro ranks to sit in a prime position for a deserved shot at the big prize, ending all but 2 of his fights inside the distance, and not going past the 5th round in his last 7 outings. A host of heavyweights were offered the clash with the dangerous Croat, but not until it came to number 13 Zhang. Zhang, right? Zhang, who's 23-0-1 with 18 knockouts, was a dance partner found with the lofty Chinese star accepting the challenge. The 38-year-old has been circling for a major showdown, and Big Bang gets his wish against Hrgovic in Sin City, with the 2 knockout artists promising to leave it all in the ring with stakes so high. I've been waiting for this opportunity for more than a year, said Hrgovic. Finally, I have an opponent willing to face me for the chance to fight for the IBF world title. So many fighters turned down this challenge, so credit to Zhang for being brave enough to accept. I know he's a good opponent. He won silver at the Olympics, so that means he's a good boxer. But he is too slow on his feet, and I believe I have better qualities. My speed, stamina, and footwork will be too much for him. I'll break him down, and I will beat him. I'm now only 1 fight away from my dream of boxing for a world title, and nothing is going to stop me. Canelo is the face of boxing, and I'm excited to get this opportunity on such a big show. I'm ready to show the world that El Animal is coming. Wow. Said Zhang, I'm very happy that this fight is going to happen. I've been waiting for an opportunity. Now it's here, and I'm not going to let it pass. When no one else from the top 15 wanted to face Hrgovic, I told myself I had to do it for me and for the sport of boxing. This is the most important fight of my whole career. I'm all in. Don't miss it. Fair enough. Elsewhere, the ladies are going at it. Dilara Yusel is going up against Happy Dotty. Still only 18 years old, current Universal Boxing Organization, that's UBO, female European champion, Dilara Yusel from Turkey is gearing up for a chance to become world champion on May 13th. In her hometown of Istanbul, the undefeated 9-0, that's 8 knockouts, She-Wolf will face Happy Dowdy, 10-9-1 with 5 knockouts from Tanzania for the vacant UBO World Super Welterweight title. Yusel has only been a pro since October 2020 and captured the UBO European Super Welterweight crown less than a year later when she stopped Georgian Nana Chakvashvili in a 3-round fight last September. Dowdy, 34 years of age, will face a teenage sensation and take on her most accomplished opponent to date, as the African is a former IBA world title challenger. After losing 6 of her first 7 fights, Dowdy has firmly resurrected her career and gone 9-3-1 in her last 13 outings. It remains to be seen if the visitor will have seen too much for the local favorite, or if Yusel proves too fresh and powerful in front of what was expected to be a very large and lively crowd. Wow, good stuff out of Turkey there. Promoted by Serdar Avki Promotions. This is one we've been looking forward to. Joshua Buatsi faces former world title challenger Craig Richards on May 21st. Joshua Buatsi will face former world title challenger Craig Richards in a huge all-London light heavyweight clash on May 21st, live worldwide on DAZN. Croydon's Buatsi, 15-0 with 13 knockouts, scored his 10th knockout in a row when he stopped Latvia's Richard Bolotniks in the 11th round of their WBA light heavyweight world title eliminator on the 3rd and final week of Matchroom Fight Camp in August. The 29-year-old was set to face Russia's world title challenger Maxim Vlasov on the undercard of Joseph Parker's rematch with Derek Chisora at the AO Arena in Manchester in December before suffering a hand injury. Crystal Palace's former British lightweight champion Richard, 17-2-1 with 10 knockouts, put in a spirited display as he pushed WBA light heavyweight world boxing champion Dmitry Bivol all the way in his first world title attempt in May 2021. Spider returned to winning ways at the O2 last October on the Cameron versus McGee undercard, impressively stopping Poland's Marek Matcha in 6 rounds to earn the vacant WBA International Light Heavyweight title. Two London boys coming together. It's going to be a huge night, said Buatsi. The light heavyweight scene in this country is thriving, and I'm glad that we're able to get one of the biggest fights made. The crowds are going to be in it for a treat. I'm coming to win, nothing else. I'm sure Richards is doing the same, though. He had a close fight with Bivol, so we'll want to make things straight, but I have other plans. Win well and then push on to the world title by any means necessary. Woo-hoo. Good for him. Looking forward to that fight. And for the final story of the day, we see that Don King Productions won the bidding for the World Boxing Association bout between American Trevor Bryan and British Daniel Dubois. The event took place this past Monday, March 21st, via Zoom, and the team representing Bryan, with Don King himself present at the purse bid, won the rights to promote the bout with a bid of $3,116,000. $3,116,001. The winning promoter gave June 18th as the date for the fight, while as possible venues are listed are London, England, South Florida, United States, and New York, United States. The next bid, by the way, came in from Queensbury Promotions, which offered an amount of $2,503,000. Proposed to hold the fight in Derby, England on May 21st. As the first option, Midlands, England, June 11th. And as the next alternate, June 18th in London. Notice those were all in England, whereas Don King wants the fight, obviously, to take place in America. Now, Don King Productions will have 20 days to send the contracts signed by both parties starting this Monday, March 21st, on which and to the date on which the bidding took place. There we go. All the news fit to print today. Thank you for joining me once again here on Talk and Fight. Appreciate it. Remember to like, share, subscribe. We'll see you again at 4 p.m. when I join Mike Orr and Cedric Van in the den for Knuckle Up. And remember to hit the notification bell. And we'll see you at 4.